Hey Taurus, your October tarot reading is ready. I'm Eleanor. Welcome to Pink Pearl Tarot. I have your theme right here with 3 clarifiers, your week-to-week forecast, career and finance up here, love down here, and then your synchronistic message, or I should say your bonus message, is going to be a synchronistic symbol. So your theme is decision, choice, opportunity, selection. October brings in some sort of crossroads where your path diverges, and you really can't camp out there forever, but you can take time to weigh your options and use your imagination to play out scenarios and observe what emotions each one of those brings up in you. Now, your first clarifier for that is justice reversed. Something that comes up might seem like a no-brainer on the surface, so you might have to cut through some BS and distractions to see the nuance and to give it more attention than you originally thought was necessary. One of your options may have like a really unfair advantage, like really good PR, some kind of advantage in terms of popularity or image, but it isn't necessarily the better choice if you really dig in. Next, you have the Hanged Man. So this absolutely is your reassurance and your permission, if you need it, to take your time and get all of the facts and insights and wisdom that you need before choosing. This is a pivotal time, and it is setting your trajectory for a long period to come. And so it's okay to not leap into action. Take the whole month off if you can afford it, and gauge the landscape. If you normally make choices from one certain perspective, try on one or more alternative perspectives or lenses to play out potential outcomes. Finally, you have the Ace of Wands. This is your compass needle or pendulum, your inner pendulum. Remember, like, there's one of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies where Jack has this compass and it doesn't point north, but it points to what the holder desires the most. This is the compass that they're advising you to use. This is not a math problem, as that's also indicated by the Justice in reverse, not a math problem. It's not a pro-con list. It's about your motivation. It's about your purpose and your why. So if you don't know what that is coming into the month, that's okay. That's very normal. So the Hanged Man, it says hold back, get some quiet, get some peace and stillness. It could be that there's too much distraction from that internal nudge. It's not going to come to you by effort. It's going to arise from stillness out of nowhere while you aren't looking. Getting into your week-to-week forecast, week 1, you have the 6 of Fire reversed. There could be some wallflowery feelings here, like no one sees you or acknowledges you. And sometimes people are just so wrapped up in their own stuff, they won't notice your accomplishment no matter how big it is. So there's a great time, this is a great time to teach yourself some self-validation techniques, or to throw yourself a party to celebrate your achievement. And sometimes we announce like the ending of something like a job or a relationship, and people don't know how to respond. They're like, so does this mean congratulations or condolences? And you might have to prompt them that the news is something to celebrate. Week 2, you have the Lady of Earth reversed. So going underground. It sounds weird, but that's the first thing that popped into my head, the underground. Like the indie music scene of the 80s and 90s. It feels independent, but in like a super secret Batcave kind of way. It feels like almost Zion from the Matrix movies, where you're like, I don't want to be plugged into that world right now. I want to be close to the earth, to withdraw and to be nourished by her until I'm ready and strong again. You're saying, I have decisions to make, and I want to ground myself before I make them because I'm feeling adrift right now. Week 3, you have Temperance. And so under the umbrella of decision, we can get really hung up on either or choices. To choose one thing is to reject another. But this week with Temperance, it brings out another message in this decision card, which is sometimes the decision isn't which one, but yes, both, all, or perhaps none. Option 3. A secret sauce of option 2 and 5 with a component of 4. Temperance this week means finding the yes, both opportunity. This shows you being able to see beyond black and white selection and instead selecting for integration and synergy. What elements will you choose from the periodic table, or what colors from the palette to create a new path, a new molecule, or a third energy altogether? Week 4, you have the 10 of Water reversed, and this says to narrow your focus to the next step and the next step only. You don't have to know A to Z, and you don't have to know how to make everyone else happy. Also, big here, foregoing happiness now in order to create a distant conceptual happy ever after later is a recipe for disappointment. The 10 of Cups level of fulfillment is a life lived now, not postponed. So make sure your choices are accounting for joy now. That Justice Reverse says that there's no right or wrong answer. It's your work of art. Make it yours. Now for career and finance, you have the King of Pentacles reversed with the Lovers reversed. And so I'm feeling this kind of same thing strongly with the Lady of Earth reversed in that second week. There's a meme, I don't know the exact words, but essentially it's like, if you find yourself in darkness, consider that you have been planted and you will sprout from the earth new. So October feels a little like a pause, especially with that Hanged Man. And if that pause means less money coming in for a while, it can feel dark and a little scary. But during this pause, something is being shuffled around, and when you emerge, you're set in an all-new direction. Or you might emerge to find yourself faced with multiple options. You could have to choose among new job offers or to strike out on your own. Lovers reverse said that there is no such thing as the one in this case. There's no wrong answer. Follow the needle guiding you towards purpose. And if you don't do that and you choose based on other criteria, you can make that work too. This says that there's no right or wrong choice, because you have the capacity to make any choice work. Now for love, you have the Five of Wands with the Four of Pentacles. And so there's either a little conflict or friction between you and another person, or you're feeling competition for the attention of another person. I'm also seeing, and this is the big thing I'm seeing here, several people could be competing for your attention. Now this Four of Pentacles, it's a pretty unavailable energy, so you might be feeling very protective of yourself, your body, your resources, your time, and none of these jokers are really feeling like a reason to compromise any of that. I do see the potential for a lot of fun though. I see some good times, but I also see the old saying, no decision is a decision. So you might choose not to choose right now, or you might choose yourself for now. So your bonus message, and this comes from a deck where it's covered with all these different symbols, and when you pull any two cards, they will only have one symbol in common, and that is your message. But I will hold them up in a little bit so that you can see all of the symbols in case any of them speak to you directly in your own synchronistic symbolic language. So your message is the glasses. And this is perfect. It's the perfect synchronicity to get with the Decision and the Hanged Man, because it's talking about seeing your options through fresh eyes or through other people's eyes, or just more objective eyes. The Justice reversed, it could be pointing to a specific area that is lacking objectivity. Now, the first thing, the other symbol I wanted to point out, I was noticing Pan here. So this feels like it's pointing to this love portion. And that Ace of Wands, spontaneity, mischief, Panic at the Disco. And I see casual dating. I see lighthearted fun, flirting. But with the Four of Pentacles, it's just, other than that, playing it safe. And so I'm going to let you look at the other images and symbols in case they are answering any burning questions that you have in your own mind. And then the other thing I wanted to point out was this lion, more playfulness, but also your strength and warrior spirit to make some hard decisions. And also with that is the courage to pounce on an opportunity. So go ahead and look at this in case any of those other symbols have meaning for you specifically, personally. And now I'm going to pull two crystal ball cards in case you have any questions in your mind. You can ask two questions. There will be two answers. Or if you just have one, go ahead and decide if the first card or the second card will have your answer. There's a squirrel outside my window carrying an entire slice of pizza. It is kind of awesome. All right, this is the sign. If you were looking for a sign, here's your sign. And I wonder if that squirrel eating pizza is part of that. All right, anyway, answer to, very lucky squirrel. You're going in the right direction. All right, see, with the Ace of Wands, there isn't a wrong direction. All right, Taurus, much love, and I'll talk to you next month. Thank you.